I just want to be free. It's not so hard to see. Why won't you let me be in total insanity? It's total Welcome. This is still a home edition of Total Insanity. But we are making moves towards... This is really loud. This is really loud. And I can't turn it down because my audio gets weird. We're making moves towards a return to Total Insanity after having weeks, months of Freak Out the Corn stream. And to commemorate, not to commemorate, just to usher back Total Insanity. Today, my friends, is National Doughnut Day. Now, what does that mean? Well, we'll get to that. But first, I'd like to do some promo. And I need to add this in so I can show you, because I did not prepare. Well, I prepared actually a lot. I just forgot to add this into to add this part in. The desktop, the beautiful desktop. For my first order of promotion, I would like to promote the We Are All Contagious exhibition, which you can view. The link's too long. If you search We Are All Contagious UMass Dartmouth, you'll probably find it. There are many artists dealing with many artists whose work are dealing with our COVID pandemic times. And oh, what is this I see here? I am in this exhibition as well, so check it out. I think I played this on the stream already. I made it like an edited piece from all the Corn stream episodes. Anyway, that's that. Now, well, so as I mentioned, National Doughnut Day. So, donuts are good. I mean, most people like donuts. Who doesn't like donuts? I was going to make a joke trying to diss police, and then I realized, to be with the times. But then I realized donuts are like the number one food of police. So in a way, it's a timely day today. Anyway, let's move along. If anyone is anyone watching? No. I didn't promote this because I felt strange promoting it in these times. But the stream must go on. The stream must go on. What can I say? It's my artwork. I was going to say, if anyone's watching, send in your favorite donut type. But before we talk about donut types and my favorite donut type, it is time for donut history. Now, let's move this around so I can control this. I didn't think this. How am I going to get everything on the screen that I need to see? Okay, here we go. Donuts were first crafted on the Arabian Sea by Mr. Duncan, founder of Dunkin' Donuts, which began in 261 AD. Sailing on a sailboat, Mr. Duncan had some extra dough on hand. As a large wave crashed upon and jostled the craft, a jar of sugar spilled over the dough. Not realizing this, Mr. Duncan continued making his world-famous Dunkin' bagels. We're not to that image yet. When they came out of the makeshift sailboat oven, to his surprise, there was a sugary glaze covering his precious bagels. Outraged and confused, he cast aside the erroneous bagel batch, but not before his mistress took a bite of one. Electrified with excitement on her taste buds, she exclaimed to her lover that he must try this delicious pastry. Bemused, Mr. Duncan took a bite and uttered his famous words, "I must make more of these." Mr. Duncan soon came up with the name Doughnut for his creation, combining the fact that they were made of dough and, quote, "it was nuts that a mistake made something that tasted so good." He praised the gods for the luck that had befallen him. He married his mistress after his wife found out about her and divorced him, and the rest is history. There is now a Dunkin' Donuts on every block in America, representing the enduring legacy of Mr. Duncan's creation and the American dream. And that was donut history. Now, we're going to take a journey to see some donuts. Please join me. We're going to take a journey to see some donuts. My favorite donut My favorite donut, I've got to say, a simple glazed donut from somewhere like Krispy Kreme is magnifique. But I am partial to a good apple fritter. At the same time, I really enjoy French crawlers, whatever they're called. There's some blueberry French crawlers I got once. They're pretty damn good. Those are my 3 favorite donuts. I can't choose one. It's too hard. Nope, there's a 4th. There's this like cake-like sour cream. I don't know if they call it that. Moist cake-like donut I would get from Save-A-Lot. Oh my god, that was freaking delicious. It's freaking unbelievably good. So now I'm going to end the show. Thank you for watching, and that's all there is to that. So, as the show is now ending, I'd like to talk a little bit about the Larry Sanders Show. It's the greatest show of all time. I've been watching this show over the past months. I finished it a day or two ago. It made me tear up. And it made me cry, which is really like out of the ordinary. I tear up from things, but afterwards, I like thought about the show and its depiction of just people living, working with each other, and the ego, and just the honesty of the depiction of human beings. There was just something about it that I can't explain in words that made me cry in like a good way. It's a masterpiece creation, just like Doughnut. It seems, oh, this is just a simple, sweet, simple, sugary, oh, it's a show, it's an entertainment, oh. Well, it affected me as art. And this is where we get back to my recurring discussion. I'm sick and tired of people acting like entertainment is not as fucking good as high art. Okay? And this little rant, it's not going to change their minds because they just don't get it. And yeah, I'm challenging professors here. I'm not going to name names. And they might think I'm ignorant of certain things. I'm young, I'm idealistic. No. I put a great deal of thought into this for probably like 10 years. I've read, now that I'm even reading more stuff, it's like I've had enough. Okay, I've had enough. There's plenty of fine artworks that don't cause an emotional response. There's plenty of fine artworks that follow a formula almost, that are conventional, where people think that they're doing some unique thing, and it's like, this is just like copying the mold of everything from the last 30 years. But it has the appearance of edginess, of uniqueness, of avant-gardism. It's like, no. Okay? And some people might like that. That's fine. I'm not saying that stuff isn't art. It is. But God, so is freaking Napoleon Dynamite. So is the Larry Sanders Show. So not all of entertainment, oh, entertainment's made but with money interest. Oh, and art isn't? Art, fine artists don't use teams of people and exist in a freaking market? Give me a break. These are creations made by people that cause a variety of emotional responses. So don't tell me that it's not art. And people will be like, oh, we don't say that. That's another thing. People always tell me, we don't say that. Oh, we accept low art. Oh, you accept low art aesthetics, but you don't actually accept the low art itself. This is what I propose with tonal insanity. That I don't think, and tonal insanity may not create an emotional response, or it may. I don't think it's certainly going to do what Larry Sanders Show did. I'm not even trying to say that. But I'm trying to say that it doesn't get the same treatment as fine art. And many people think, oh yeah, it's not. People make the argument. People make the argument like it's not good, or it's not like. Who says that being good is make something art? That means it's just good art. There's plenty of bad fine art. So why does bad commercial art make it not art? It's an argument that falls apart. I'm sorry. It blows my mind that people who are so thoughtful and so intelligent can't like comprehend this. This is the new area where art can expand, where art can be pushed. And when I say that, I mean more of an opening up, not those words of pushing and stuff. I don't know if I chose the right words there, but there's so many thoughts going through my mind. There's so many points I want to get to that I did discombobulated. But overall, let me wrap with I don't care how light something is. I don't care if this isn't directly challenging or like tackling some issue. I'm creating work and it's art. And it's like I don't understand. I don't understand why the argument cannot be understood by many people. I've written about this. I have documents of text files. I need to bust all this stuff out. You know what? I gotta do that. This is gonna be the laugh episode, the funny episode, but I thought that wasn't necessarily right to do during this time of protest, so I didn't make that. That will be next week. But then the next week, I'm doing like the thesis of my view of art and why it's correct. Because mine actually uses logical framework that isn't based on subjective opinion. It's actually based, if it's like, at least I think. But I've gone down this path before. Let's get back to the donut episode, shall we? So, for the final segment, we're going to have a journey to Jonathan's Donuts. So let's see here. Please excuse me while I set this up. Okay. Whoa. It's echoing back. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So. There's like ridiculous feedback happening. Okay. Skype. Let me get out of this. Let me get out of here. Okay. What?
That sound.
You heard the feedback?
Yeah.
Wow. Jonathan, you're live on Total Insanity right now.
Am I live?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
We're going to take a visit to your donuts.
Oh,
because it's National Donut Day.
And there are more sweets in the freezer.
Oh, wow. The feedback you heard...
Oh,
sorry. The feedback you heard was like... this. I think it was like the phone feeding to the computer. It was just like a loop of stuff. Anyway.
Oh, damn. You see, that's my dad's... he doesn't follow Total Insanity, so you can look at it. That's my dad's Father's Day gift on the piano bench. The Charlie Chaplin doll.
The Father's Day gift of young Jonathan's, for young Jonathan's father. I don't know why I called you young Jonathan. It's because Jonathan de-ages, as we all know.
I do, yeah. Increasingly adolescent.
Why am I trying to go away? I'm bothering you, but at the same time, it's like, this is the first guest that's been on Total Insanity, besides Neil Bender.
Did you officially get him on?
He wasn't live, but he was interviewed by Leo 2.5.
When was that? A few weeks ago?
Yes.
Okay. Damn. Well, I'm following Neil. Tough shoes to fill, man.
I really hope that the sound is coming through on the stream. I tested it, but if it's not,
I don't know. Now people can just see my beautiful face.
I just
my
really,
crazy forehead wrinkles.
I just really want
I'm
to.
so skeptical of all you hoes.
And it's too far away. It's very. You can't get the details, and I don't want to come close to ruin your secret project.
No,
but
it's okay.
I just really want a video of Neil bending over.
Have you proposed that to him?
No, because I'm too scared. Because I live in.
Well, you can ask now.
I live in fear. Well, I'll just do it later. Or they have a secret picture of him when he like bends to go to a water fountain, but I feel like that would take years of tracking.
I might have a picture of Neil bending. I'll look into the archives.
Okay, well, I'll leave you to it.
Bye, y'all.
And onward we go to visit Jonathan's Donuts. This is a painting handcrafted by the magnificent Chase Palmer. Ding, 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 ding. I love LA. Now you may be asking, why is this food on the floor? Well, it's because this shelf has collapsed, spewing Jonathan's food onto the floor and spilling sugar out over here, which I cleaned up. Here are Jonathan's Donuts on National Donut Day. Now, I was hankering for a donut. These are Jonathan's Donuts. And he offered me to take a bite of one. And I normally would never, he said they weren't very good. I was going to pass on it, but now that I'm streaming, oh my god, he said they were wet and slimy. They are really wet and slimy. These are like the worst donuts ever crafted by any human being. Whoa, my camera. These are now Mr. Dunkin' Donuts. Let's taste, shall we? The flavor's okay. I'm not gonna lie. That's one of the worst donuts I've ever tasted in my life. The texture's horrible. Squishy yet hard. Oh. And this is made by a professional store. It's honestly kind of a disgrace. Well, anyway. Couldn't have National Donut Day without eating a donut. Let's go back up the steps now. Let's go. Oh my god, oh my freaking god, Jesus. How is it so loud? And the call. I hope that was all heard. I tested the audio. I've had problems not getting Skype audio in the past. I tested it this time, so it should have worked, but if it didn't, that was a boring excursion. Excuse the feedback. I can't figure out what it's coming from. It's coming from the computer, or it's coming from the phone. But it doesn't make sense because... Oh no, it does. It's because I'm talking to myself. Because normally feedback will come, like, if the speakers are on. So I was thinking, like, how is it going through my computer? If it's in headphones, like, it shouldn't... It's looping through because the phone itself has a microphone and speaker. It's just looping. It's me talking and coming back out and looping endlessly. You'd think they would have programmed something by now that would just like cut feedback and not let it happen. Like it detects it and like cuts the audio until it goes away. I didn't mean to cut to that. I meant to cut to this. Do we have any comments? No comments. Total Insanity continues to decline in viewership. Total Insanity continues to decline in interaction. Why is this? I think it's because I'm not promoting it to the art listserv. I think it's because people aren't in school and like around. And I think it's because my show isn't fun to watch. But I will go on. By golly, I'll go on. Nathaniel Superfly didn't save me for nothing. And how could I forget? I would like to thank Nathaniel Superfly once again for saving me from Leo 2.5. And with that, National Doughnut Day is concluded. Thank you for watching if you watched. I love LA. Bye.